What is up everyone, it's CMG here. Today I'm here to show you an aim training game mode in the Overwatch 2 workshop that is used to help you practice your tracking. Now this mode was made by Seita. This guy makes amazing practice modes. This is the same guy who made that really fun and useful warm-up mode with the famous VAXTA code. He also made the really useful flick aim mode that has an enter code of NADDS or NADDS if I recall. So when it comes to making really useful modes to help you aim better in the game, you can't go wrong with Seita. Now this mode is primarily one in which it helps you get better with keeping your crosshair on your targets while you move around, be it strafing, changing direction or running forwards. I'll be honest, if there's one thing I'm not very good at myself in Overwatch 2, it is definitely my tracking. Of course, I won't be very good at demonstrating good tracking in this video as I'm practically a casual gamer, but I'm making this primarily so that it exposes you to great game modes such as this one, thus you can go away and try it out for yourself and get better. Because that's what we're all here to do in the Overwatch 2 community, we're all here to help each other out. Oh guys, just to give you a short reminder, if you hit the subscribe button right here, you'll be able to see a lot more videos like this one in the future. Huge thank you to all of those who have done it so far, it really does help me out a hell of a lot. So here's a little bit of information about this mode on screen. Pause the video if you need to read it in your own time, but for TLDR, you basically have one target in front of you that bears a sphere attached to them. Now your task is to keep the crosshair inside the sphere to fill up the green gauge and advance to the hardest stages. If you don't keep the crosshair inside the sphere, the gauge will turn red and it will start to go down until you place the crosshair inside. There's also a link to all of the info on this game mode in the description down below, so if you're not sure of anything else, do refer to that. Right, let's just get started with this aim training tracking game mode. Alright then, so we're going to select a hero. I'm going to go ahead and go with... let's try Ash. We don't really use Ash all that much, so we'll pick Ash. So, when you start, you get these two options here. You've got the choice of movement requirement, or you can keep it off. So, if you've read the information on the page that I gave you in the description, you'll know what the movement requirement actually does. It gives you like some kind of system where it gives you an orb every time you make a failure or something like that. Now, if you have it off, it won't give you that. So I'm going to make things easy. Let's keep the movement requirement off because I'm casual at the end of the day. Now, here we go. So this is basically the aim. Basically what it is, it's designed to keep you on edge in terms of your tracking. Now, you see that big white circle right on top of the target here. Now, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to keep the crosshair inside the yellow or the white sphere. Now, if my crosshair is not in the sphere, the gauge will go down. If it stays within the gauge, then it goes up. And you can see the difficulty keeps going up every single time. Now your job is to get basically keep the green gauge going all the way. If you manage to fill it up completely, it takes you to the next level of difficulty. If it goes all the way down, so if it's still red, it goes all the way down, it brings you down a level. Now, up here, there are some options. So we've got starting difficulty. Right now I'm at 1, but you can go all the way up to 10 and right up all the way down up to 20. Now you've got the movement requirement off right now, but you can also toggle them for different heroes. So you've got Cassidy. Sorry, my difficulty is going down because I'm concentrating on this. But yeah, you've got Cassidy, you've got Hanzo, Genji, Tracer, Winston, Sojourn, and Mercy. Now these heroes have probably been chosen because they've got the highest mobility, so they're pretty much difficult to track down. So obviously the harder heroes, the better the difficulty, the easier the practice is. So, I don't know, let's just turn this right on. So I use the L3 button to turn that on. Now then, what will happen now is it starts giving you fire strikes. Now if you get hit by a fire strike, it takes you down a level. So, basically what it is, there's like a little, if you can see the dots right below the bar. Now I believe that basically if you fill that up, it takes you to it brings you down a level if you're making constant mistakes. I'm making tons of mistakes because I'm not very good at this. Now, possible failures or possible ways of getting an orb. If you make unpredictable movements, or if you keep strafing in the same direction, like, you're bound to make a mistake, and it brings you down. It demotes you to a different level, or it demotes you to an earlier level. So the object is to keep your crosshair on the character, but also be unpredictable with your movement, which is very difficult to do. I'm on difficulty 5, so obviously you don't have to shoot or anything. It's just all a case of keeping the crosshair inside the sphere. And I have to say, tracking is quite fun trying to do this. It's like almost like a little mini game. But at the end of the day, and also the hero changes as well. So every single time, or momentarily, a hero changes to sort of like change up the flow of difficulty in terms of, you know, Winston he uses rocket jump all the time, so it's, yeah, good grief, it's quite difficult to track him down, isn't it? Obviously Sojourn is pretty good because she uses her slide, so every time she uses slide like that, you have to try and, oh god, it's really hard to. So if you keep, so the idea of not getting any orbs or not getting those dots to fill up is just be unpredictable with your movement. Just keep strafing, keep going, don't be stationary, or don't be strafing in the same direction. It even gives you tips, like, even if you're not doing anything, it gives you like tips on how to change direction more often. It even gives you like sort of little hints of what you can do. What difficulty am I on now? Difficulty 4. So you could turn this off by turning off movement requirement. So now it no longer gives you those orbs down at the bottom, and there's no fire strike. The fire strike only shows if you've turned the movement requirement on. So yeah, it's basically you're trying to practice your tracking, which is not easy to do. It kind of depends on what hero you're trying to track down. Like Hanzo, because of his lunge, is very difficult to try and keep the crosshair on. Oh goodness me. Genji is very difficult to track. Keep the crosshair on. Oh well, I'm on difficulty 6. Okay, that's interesting. So if that goes all the way down, it brings me down a level. So yeah, really fun game mode. Obviously the code VERYD is up in the top right hand corner. So yeah, this is basically an aim tracking game mode that helps you to practice your tracking and your movement and your unpredictability in movement. It's very good fun. I highly recommend you give this a try if you're somebody that really struggles with movement and trying to aim like I do, because I'm not very good. But yeah, you can also just toggle these and just, you know, change these to how you want to play, because that's basically how it really is. You don't want to make things too difficult, because if you're somebody who struggles with tracking, you might want to try and go for the lower difficulties. But if you're someone that just really wants to just warm up and sort of practice, you can also go to... actually, let's try and find out what difficulty setting is. Difficulty 20. Oh my goodness, that is a very low... That is a very... Yeah, I'm not very good for level 20. My crosshair goes all over the place. Because I'm on console. It's not like I'm on PC or anything like that. But yeah, good game mode. I really highly recommend this. And yeah, let me know what you think about this game mode in the comment section down below. It's a very useful one. So yes, this is going to be the end of the video, guys. Thank you very much for watching. If you like this idea for content and you want to see more in the future, go ahead and click on the subscribe button. Send a comment, like the video, and then turn on your notifications. It really does help me out a great deal. You can also check me out on all of my other social medias. My Twitter account, my Discord, and of course, my TikTok. Let's not forget as well my Instagram and my Threads. Thanks for stopping by, chaps. Have a great day. Have a great life. Be nice to your fellow gamers, because we're all human beings. I've been CMG as always. Until the next video, I shall see you later. Peace!